Welcome to the channel, guys. Today I'm going to go in great detail and talk about how you can actually set up a limited liability company in the state of South Carolina. Now, one of the major things that you're going to keep in mind when you're starting a business is the fact that what kind of entity is it going to be? Now, a lot of times young entrepreneurs or startups go for a sole trader or a partnership, but then they convert to a limited liability company. But you need to understand what a limited liability company is. I'm going to go in great detail in this video and give you a complete breakdown of what it is and why people want to actually move their organizations to form a limited liability company, and what are the state requirements in the state of South Carolina. Now, the website is businessfiling.sc.gov. You can head over there and check it out. Now, when you reach here, this is the homepage for the state website. You have your new business, your existing business, your document request, your agent search, your paper form. Now, obviously, the first thing you want to do is head over to new business. Once you click on it, the name for the new business will come. Now, this is very important, guys. You have to enter the full business name that you wish to use and click search. If the name is available, click the add new entity button to select the type of business you want to create. Obviously, the name I wish to use is unavailable. Then you have your options to find different names that is related to your product or service. Now, there's a tip over here that I want to mention, guys. A lot of young entrepreneurs make this basic mistake where they select the name which is not the same name as their website nor the same name for their social media handles. You gotta make sure that you actually select a name which is exactly the same name for your organization, for your domain, as well as your social media handles, because if you have a different name, it's gonna be a marketing nightmare for you guys. After you've selected a name, you're going to head back to the actual website. Now, once you get the website, there are different options available. We're going to go for the paper form. Now, there is different methodologies by which you can actually register a organization. The first one is obviously doing it physically by downloading a form, filling it out, and then going and submitting it. The second is doing it online. The third one is actually outsourcing it and getting someone who actually understands the whole process to do it on your behalf. So if you want to do it yourself, you'll click downloadable forms. When you click on it, you'll go to the next page over here. It will give you a breakdown of the downloadable forms. Then you have the obviously making amendments, restating articles, filing article corrections, termination. Now, all these elements over here, we're going to go and select starting a new business. When you click on starting a new business in South Carolina, it will take you to the next page. Over here, obviously, you have different elements. You have your article incorporations, and you have your foreign articles. You have the limited liability company foreign. We want to go for the domestic ones. We're going to go to Article Association 3344202 and 3344203. This is the form that is used to organize the LLC, which is the limited liability company under the laws of South Carolina. When we click on it, we'll get the actual articles available over here. And this is the PDF file. And this is the documentation that you need to complete to ensure that you can actually form a limited liability company in the state of South Carolina. And this is what you need to do. You have to put the name of the limited liability company, and the company ending must be included in the name. For example, LLC, LL.L.L.C.LC or limited.co. So you have to put all these elements over here. Then you have to put the address of the initial designated office of the limited liability company in South Carolina. Now, this is very important because a lot of times, especially in today's time when you have a lot of e-commerce work that's going on, young entrepreneurs or small companies, what they tend to do is work out of their homes or their garages, or they don't have an official office that is designated for their company. And obviously, that is the crucial mistake that you should not do, because you need to have a designated office for your official limited liability company. It needs to be in a commercial area to ensure that you actually oblige by all the state rules set in South Carolina. After you have done that and you put your street name, your city, your state, your zip code, you need to have the initial agent for service of process. You have to put their name and the signature of the agent. Now, this is something which is very important, which I want to highlight. I'm going to go in great detail and talk about the agent of service, sometimes known as a registered agent. You have to put their address in South Carolina for their initial agent of service of process. They're called agent of service as well as registered agents. Then you have to put the list of the names and address of each organizer. Only one organizer is required, but you can actually put more than one if you actually need. And after that you've done it, you have to check the box if the company is to be a term company. If the company is a term company, you have to provide the term specified. meaning that this company will be terminated after 2 years, 3 years, 10 years, 50 years, or 100 years. You have to mention when the actual business is going to be terminated. And if you check the box only if management of the limited liability company is vested in the manager or managers, if this company is managed by the managers, including the name and address of the initial manager. So you can clearly see that all this information is required. Then you have your delay effective date that has to be specified. And then after you've completed all the information over here, you will head over and check the filing checklist. You have to complete 2 copies of this form that must be submitted for filing. $110 must be payable to the South Carolina Secretary of State. It should be self-addressed, stamped, returned envelope, and you have to make sure the organizer has signed the form, and only one organizer is required, and you can return all the documents to South Carolina Secretary of State's office, corporate filing, and the street and the suit and the state, everything is mentioned. It's very simple. It's very straightforward. Now, before you do all of this, guys, one of the most important things you have to keep in mind is you have to get your EIN number, which is the employer identification number. Now, there's 3 steps to get your EIN number. The first one is that you have to determine your eligibility, meaning you can only apply for an EIN online if your principal business is actually located in the United States or in the US territories. And the person that is applying for the online must have a valid taxpayer identification number, and you're limited to only one EIN per responsible party. Now, the second step is that you must complete this application in one session, meaning you need to have all your documentations ready in front of you. So you will not be allowed to save and return at a later time. So this is actually done from the IRS government website. You have to head over to irs.gov and complete this application and save it. And you have to do it in one go. The reason is that your session will expire after 15 minutes of inactivities. And if that 15 minutes is exceeded, you will need to start all over again. So they give you a 1 session time with a 15 minutes per session that you have to complete it. And if it goes over, you have to redo it again. And once the 2 steps are completed and everything is validated, you will get your EIN number immediately upon completion. You can then download it, save it, and print your EIN confirmation, and you're good to go. Now, guys, once you have your EIN number and once you filled it out, the registered agent is what you need to get. Now, all 50 states actually require you to assign a registered agent to be available to receive all legal documents for your business, such as government correspondence, subpoenas, and tax notices. And obviously, if you have business in more than one state, for example, in the state of New York or the state of Texas or state of Washington, D.C., you need to have a registered agent in each respective state. And obviously, that agent understands exactly who they need to reply back to, what they need to say, and when they need to say it. And especially when you're running a business, you will definitely have your hands full. And you need an individual that can have effective communication with all the legal bodies to ensure that everything is done in the proper way and there's no cracks that are left so you can face any issues in the future. Now, if this is seeming too overwhelming for you, you can always head over to the website, which is called inkfile.com. This is one of the easiest way to set up and manage your business. Over 800,000 businesses have been launched since 2004 with Inkfile. And in 4 easy steps, you're able to start your new company, get the right structure for your company, and get help in managing all the state compliances, and also get a registered agent in the US. All you need to do is select Start My Business, and you'll be taken to the next page. In that page, you have to select what kind of business you want to create. In this video, we're doing for a limited liability company, meaning that if your company is to be sued, your personal wealth, your personal asset is always going to be protected. Your personal accounts, your bank accounts are going to be separate from the accounts of your organization, of your limited liability company. Once you select the company, you will select the state you want to actually start the limited liability company in, and you're going to select South Carolina. And once you do that, you'll see the actual cost. Now, the state fee for the three packages that they have, the platinum, the gold, and the silver, is $150. The package fee is different. The package fee for the platinum one is $299, and the gold is $199. The silver one is obviously completely free, but it doesn't include all the different elements. Now, the gold one has some features, but I personally feel that if you're an individual that wants to get and do the right thing, you need to go for the $449 for the platinum one. It covers the business contract templates, the domain name, the business email. It prepares the filing and the articles of your organization. It has unlimited name searches as well as free registered agent service for a year. They also get your EIN business tax number for you. You get your IRS Form 2553 done. You get your operating agreement, your banking resolutions, your lifetime company alerts, as well as an online access dashboard with unlimited phone and email support and business banking account, as well as business tax consultation. So these are the major things that a lot of businesses tend to face. And with this package, InkFile covers all of it. And that is the reason why I personally recommend individuals to ensure that they cover all their tracks and make sure that there is nothing left to chance so you don't run into any problems in the future. And by getting the platinum ones, you can ensure that all your elements are taken care for. You have an individual that understands exactly how to form a limited liability company, that can support you, that can guide you, and that can assist you at the same time. If you have any questions, guys, you can always drop a message in the comment section below. We'll be more than happy to help you out. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, do subscribe to the channel, and do not forget to press the bell icon. Share this video with your friends and with your family so more people can find out about how easy it is to set up a limited liability company in the state of South Carolina. Stay tuned for our next video. Until then, take care.